What's up, guys? This is the Game Manic here on AnimeRealTalkTV. We got another rant coming up for you, and today I want to talk about something that has been pissing me off on the level of a lot, because I want to address a lot of people. I know a lot of people's favorite animes are Bleach and Naruto, and a lot of people tend to ask me a lot, why is it that Bleach and Naruto aren't your favorites? There's another reason I haven't mentioned, and and it's also just a big deal in anime in general. I just don't fucking like, so I want to address it. And that topic would be, if you didn't already see in the title, demon transformations. Pretty much what I mean by demon transformations is, you know how Ichigo has like the inner hollow crab that takes over, and you have like in Naruto the Nine-Tailed Fox, obviously, along with all the other Jinchuriki and shit in that show. A lot of people don't understand. It's like, what do you have against demon transformations? I'm going to address to you why that shit pisses me off so much. The first thing about it that really ticks me off is it tends to ruin fights. A lot of fights, especially in shonen shows like Bleach and Naruto, have a kind of a deep morality meaning. Like, you know, you in Naruto, you had Neji versus Naruto, and that was more for like, that was kind of like a destiny fight, or a fight kind of back up Hinata and shit. Mainly like a fight against destiny. That's what Naruto was trying to prove, that destiny, that there's no such thing as true destiny. You're not always destined to do something. You can break destiny if you wanted to. That shit, to me, fights will get ruined because when a character usually goes into a demon transformation, half the time they tend to lose all sensibility and just start flailing around randomly. When you see Naruto go into one or two tails, half the fucking time, especially in the first series of Naruto, he just fucking spazzes. There's no morals and shit in his mind. He just is thinking about breaking someone's face. A pure example of this would be when he was fighting, he and Sasuke were fighting Haku at the beginning of the goddamn series, and Haku, like, fucked Sasuke up because Sasuke went to defend Naruto. Naruto, after a certain point, stopped fucking thinking about, oh, well, Haku is just doing it. No, he went Nine Tails. Well, you know, he went into his little demon transformation and punched the living shit out of him. There was no voice at all. It was just like, I'm going to kill you, and then he just punched him in the face. Ichigo shit's the same way, and the reason why in Ichigo's in Bleach shit's it's worse because it ruins so many fights. One of the most anticipated fights. Well, yeah, one of the most anticipated fights in Bleach, I'm gonna say Ichigo versus Ulquiorra. I was looking forward to that fight. That fight looked cool as hell. He did his shit against Grimjaw. We're like, cool, now he's gonna go take out Ulquiorra. He goes to Ulquiorra, and he's actually has the upper hand for like 5 minutes, and then the next 20 minutes is Ulquiorra going through his release and beating the living shit out of Ichigo for 20 minutes. And then what Ichigo decides to do after having a hole put through his chest, he now is possessed by his hollow form again, mind you, and just proceeds to flailing around. Just flailing around. Besides the fact that fight had virtually no meaning behind it in general. Him just flailing around and attacking randomly wherever the fuck he felt like attacking takes away the meaning. Like in a fucking fight, especially in shonen, I'm just mainly pertaining to shonen fights, they always have some type of moral. Like Naruto versus Gaara, it was the same thing. There was a deeper meaning behind that crap. The same Ichigo versus Byakuya had a deeper meaning, and they got ruined with demon crap. Naruto's a little bit better with it because at least sometimes, like, half the time, like Naruto versus Neji or Naruto versus Gaara, he doesn't get possessed by the fox. He just uses a little bit of his chakra, which still is kind of cheap to me because that's the other issue with it. It takes away from the character's power. Like, oh, like literally, if we take Naruto versus Neji and what Naruto did by himself versus Neji, he did jack shit, which is funny because ever since the Naruto Neji versus Hinata fight, Naruto was talking about how he's gonna beat Neji's ass, and when it got down to the fight, what did Naruto by himself do? He got fucked up, pretty much. That was legitimately what happened. He didn't get any hits, to be honest with you, in that entire fight. I think he got one hit off, and that was the one that knocked Neji the fuck out. But by himself, he didn't get any high hits. With Gaara's fight, with him versus Gaara, was the same issue. He had, well, and I'll give him points in that one. At least he did get hits off, but pretty much he would have lost. To me, I think characters lose their fights when they have to either use some type of cheap ass help or a demon possession. Like Ichigo, and another prime example in Bleach would be Ichigo versus Byakuya. It was a cool fight. We have had so much tension for that fight for like the last like 10 or 20 episodes beforehand of them fighting. And they fight, and it was cool, and then he just randomly gets possessed by the fucking Hollow, which was kind of cool and kind of trippy, because in the manga that was the first time we had saw it happen. But now that you know all the other shit, it just ruins the fight. It ruined the fight to me when I first saw it anyways. Because it was supposed to be a fight between Ichigo and Byakuya, not Ichigo and possessed Ichigo versus Byakuya. I can't respect Ichigo winning that fight completely. I give him about an 80%, 75% help. I gave him points for that much, because most of that fight he did beat on himself. Hollow Ichigo gave him that one cheap shot, which could have been the deciding factor. I cannot respect a person's powers when half of it's based on being possessed by a fucking demon. Naruto is the same fucking issue. There are only a few fights in Naruto I'm like, okay, fine. There were like Naruto versus Sasuke, at least the last time in Naruto, the original Naruto. That was cool because Sasuke was being cheap with Curse Mark. I respect a person's natural abilities, which is one of the reasons why I prefer One Piece. One Piece doesn't have that random demon possession shit. I'm not talking about demon transformations in the fact that their power-up form turns into a demon. I'm talking, Inuyasha does the same fucking thing when he goes into that hardcore demon mode. That's bullshit. And Inuyasha is a fucking, I mean, technically Inuyasha is a shonen, but half the time it's more of a romance than a goddamn shonen half the time. I can't stand that shit. I know Yu Yu Hakusho has some type of demon transformation with Yusuke later on, but I'm not going to mention that much because I haven't gotten that far. But still, the demon shit takes away from the fights. You can't respect the character fighting that character because it's not actually the character, it's him being possessed. Oh my god, I can't, that shit pisses me off. I don't like that crap. That's why I don't respect Naruto as much as I respect Luffy in a sense, because Naruto does this cheap, half the time he's using, well, at least, like, a lot of people gave him slack because at least he was controlling the fox, and as far as we know in the manga, he's still controlling the fox. He is now currently controlled the fox. But they said the same thing about Ichigo when he got the visor powers, and then later on during Ichigo versus Ukura, he went right back into the hollow shit again. That shit ruins it. And the last thing I'm gonna mention is it's an easy way for character development. And you probably wondering what the fuck I mean by this. What I mean by this, let's take Ichigo, because Ichigo is just a very good example in these situations. Ichigo had the basic character development until the fucking possession, the first time Hollow Ichigo came out of nowhere. After that, everything was reflecting on, well, what if Hollow Ichigo, what if I can't control Hollow Ichigo, what if it takes me over, what if it hurts the people and family I love. Literally, you do that shit for every demon transformation. Naruto's had the same kind of issues. What if the fox gets out? And it's annoying for Naruto, because Naruto shit is based, half of the fucking series was based on that fucking fox and all the other demons. I mean, it wasn't enough that the fact that he had the Jinchuriki in file. It was the fact that they had that Katsuki in there that wanted all the Jinchuriki in the first place. So the fox was already a big enough issue. And then they used it for fucking half of Naruto's character development. Well, what if I can't control the fox? It'll take me over. What if I can't? What kind of Hokage gets taken over by a fucking demon and shit like that? In Bleach, it's the same goddamn thing. What if Hollow Ichigo hurts somebody? I'm pretty sure Yu Yu Hakusho is gonna be the same damn thing. The same fucking thing. The same thing happened, I think, in one of the Inuyasha movies, if not the main story, where he got just fucking possessed. That's retarded. You shouldn't have that in the main goddamn. That's a cheap way of character development. That's what that's telling me is the manga artist went, hey, I can't come up with anything else for character development. We're gonna put a demon in this bitch. And then, literally, come on, Ichigo's no one can sit here and tell me that half of Ichigo's character development doesn't revolve around Hollow Ichigo. It's a cheap way of character development, and you can't fucking say that you can't do it, that you couldn't do it without it. Because One Piece is a prime example. Half of Inuyasha's isn't even based on that crap. And Inuyasha uses freaking demon possession like a bitch. But I mean, and Naruto proves half of its shit too, because not all of Naruto's character development comes from that fucking fox. Some of it comes like when Jiraiya died in the manga and the anime. Some of his character development came from that, and other things too. Some of it came from Sasuke. Some of it came from just training in general. Not all of his character development was based around that fucking fox. But it is for a lot of manga, for a lot of people who are using demon transformations now, and the fact that it's possessing a character, which happens in a lot of other mangas. I'm just using these three as examples. It's fucking annoying, and it just tells me they had them like Kubo is just a lazy bitch. Literally, what has Ichigo's character development been? If when he does have it, it's always revolving the hollow shit. I bet you $5 when they animate the current arc of Bleach, they're gonna make another hollow reference. Actually, they do make a hollow reference because that shit comes up again. It's always about the hollow. Who the fuck wants to just see demon possession character? He should be motivated on other shit besides a demon or some type of evil entity inside the person. At least Naruto, I can give Naruto props. At least it's not like his entire character development comes from the fox. But you're not gonna sit there and tell me that some of it doesn't. I don't know. That just pisses me off. What do you guys think? Do you mind that Ichigo and Naruto have demon possessions? Do you mind? Do you think all of their fights count as legitimate fights? Because to be honest with you, I gave the Haku one a pass, and I gave the Gaara fight a pass, because those two fights, I didn't really mind him going. Oh, and the Naruto versus Sasuke final round in Naruto, that shit was a pass. The Naruto versus Neji, I believe he would have just lost that fight. That was a dumb fucking. I don't know why Kishimoto thought that was a good idea to have him use the damn fox power when he was supposed to prove his own goddamn morals without that goddamn fox. I know I'm cursing a lot. At a certain point, I don't give a fuck. This is real talk. Fuck. But I mean, come on. What do you guys think? Do you think that some of these fights should count? Do you think it's a lazy way of character development? Because to me, it seems like it. That's why one of the reasons why I don't really care for Bleach as much as I used to. Because all of Ichigo's character development revolves around Hollow Ichigo. Fuck, they dedicated a fucking arc to it. You know, the Visor arc. Come on, shit. Come on. If you're gonna be a manga artist, be respectable enough to be like, hey, I'm gonna give him other ulterior motives of motivation in character development. One Piece has gone about almost 600 chapters in the manga and almost 500 episodes in the anime without using some type of demon reference and shit. Luffy doesn't have a demon in him. He's a rubberized pirate who just lost his fucking brother. I don't see why Bleach can't do character development the same way One Piece has. Half of Luffy's character development was revolved around his brother, revolved around the pirate age, revolved around his own goddamn power. You can do that shit in Bleach too. Ichigo's power character development was all revolved around the hollow shit. It's annoying, and it's just not worth my time. But as I said, I just think demon transformations take away from a lot of shit. That's why I don't really like them that much. But anyways, this is getting too long. It's almost 15 minutes. I'm not about to break the limit. So this is the Game Manic on Anime Real Talk. Life is a game. Play to win. And I will catch you all later. And thanks for listening. And just tell me what your opinions are in the comment section. Anyways, peace.